To say that I'm excited would be an understatement because I'm ecstatic. So look at this. My dad got me this Ohuhu markers, like the set of 40 alcohol markers with one blender. And this is something I wanted for so long that I finally managed to get my hands on it. If you don't know, Ohuhu markers are alcohol based markers found at a really cheap price. Um, if you can't afford expensive markers such as Copic markers, this is your way to go. These 40 markers with a blender cost me around 2000 rupees on Amazon, and yeah, I think that's very reasonable considering that these are like alcohol markers. I have never used alcohol markers before, so I'm really excited to find out how they work. But I love other watching other artists use these, especially drawing with waffles. So yeah, let's find out how they are and how we can use these. So this came in this bag, and I'm unzipping it, and oh my god, oh my god, these are, oh my god, these are such pretty colors. Okay, so I don't think there is a way for you to select colors, but I really love these two. Yeah, I love pastel colors a lot. As I was saying, there's no way for you to select any particular color. I think they come random, but it's a very good collection of colors. Like, this is the blender. Just like the others, it has one chisel tip and the other is a bullet nib. I wanted to get the brush tip once, but I got so excited about buying these that I forgot which one I wanted, and I just bought this one. I don't really care yet because I haven't even learned to maneuver this medium yet. But maybe in future someday I'll get the brush pens. Anyway, so there are three papers in here. The first one is it's a card with some information about the product. These are all the shades that are available in this set. And here it's a tutorial about how you can use these for blending. Yeah, and there are also some other frequently asked questions here, and there's a pretty unicorn. This card basically has some information about the brand, and yeah, I think they have about 200 colors available for now, and that's a great collection. um, yeah, so I'm going to keep that aside and read it later, just to find out a little bit more about this medium. Then we have this is a swatch card. If you didn't know, I love this. I'm glad they included this. So basically you can use your markers to test out the colors, because you need to know what colors are there. Even though there are the colors printed on the paper, you should always test it out on actual paper because it varies. The printed color and the actual color sometimes varies. So that's what we're going to do first, fill this swatch card. Um, but before that, this is actually a plastic sheet that you can place right behind your paper so that your markers don't bleed, the paint doesn't bleed, because alcohol markers tend to bleed a lot. Yeah, so now we should start with the swatching. Yeah, so I am not filling these rectangles up. I'm just gonna put a single stroke perhaps. Yeah, so this paper has like 40 different boxes for the 40 colors. Nothing for the blender because the blender is basically colorless, so what's the point? Anyway, now that I'm done swatching the colors, I can point out the colors that I love, the colors that I hate, the colors that I'm gonna use for my first drawing, and yeah, everything else. I especially love the pastel colors, which you can see here. I love these different shades of blues, and I'm gonna use them for my first drawing perhaps. um, this blue is very pretty. This is also pretty. I really love these pastel pinks, and yeah, overall I think I did get a good selection of colors and I'm excited to use them. And first I wanted to just try out a rough sketch to see how these it's not good at all, I know, because this is my first piece using alcohol markers, but just look at the bleeding it causes. No wonder you need a plastic. Yeah, I don't have marker paper, like paper where the marker would properly work, but I guess I'm gonna use a page of one of my sketchbooks and think about buying a sketchbook of marker paper later, and let's just see what happens. So, here for my first drawing, I drew this character out. I don't know what she is, probably an elf, probably some kind of human deer hybrid. I just don't know, but I just wanted to use some unnatural colors. That's why I went with a fantasy uh, creature, a fantasy character, and I think I really like this character, and she might make some other appearances in my other artworks. But for now, let's continue with this drawing. And I realized that if you don't have a strong enough paper that can handle the torture that it goes through when using alcohol markers, your paper starts to feather up, like it starts to what should I say? It starts to break into tiny little pieces. Like when you rub an eraser on pencil and then you get this dust. Yeah, the paper starts feathering just like that. Also, the bleeding sometimes makes the paper tear up even. So you have to make sure that you're using sturdy paper, for example, cardstock, and just not just sturdy, because I tried using it on my watercolor papers which are really thick, like 300 gsm, but it still didn't work because those papers are textured. You need a smooth paper with like a high gsm to utilize these markers at their full potential, and I don't have those kind of supplies yet, but I think I'm gonna get them because I really enjoyed working with these markers, and I look forward to using them more and more. Something The reason I love using these markers is because using a wet medium is a hassle. You need brushes, you need pigments, you need water or whatever you are using as your like base, as your solvent. You need so many, like you need palettes and stuff, you need so many places, so many things to mix those colors. But with markers, you just need the pouch of markers in your sketchbook and you can just begin with it. So it's very hassle free. Also, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this or not, but I have really shaky hands, something I got from my mom, I think, which causes a lot of problems to like while drawing. This is why I prefer to use digital art, because like I can use a pen stabilizer and stabilize my hand gestures because I have shaky hands. So markers really help because brushes like tend to go out of control in my hands sometimes. And markers give me back my confidence that no, I'm still in control. I'm not losing my control yet. Anyway, as you can see, that she is turning out to be this blue palette based character, and I really love doing her hair. I also love doing hair in digital format, but using markers is so much fun. Like it's so satisfying to see the result right in front of your eyes. I gave her some bubbles coming around from her, like not bubbles, like tiny little dots and freckles, like things. I don't even know what she is. Is she an aquatic creature? Is she uh, land creature? I don't know, but all I know is her hair turned out really pretty. And yeah, I love this character. I really enjoyed using these markers. Hopefully the next time I use them, I'm gonna have proper supplies to use them on. I know this painting is not perfect. It's far from that. It's not that amazing or anything, I understand that. But that's because this is I'm the first time I'm using this medium is today. So I'll work harder on this medium and see if I can improve in it. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you are interested in buying the Ohuhu markers, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below. Also, I recently collabed with my YouTube friend Not So Foxy. If you wanna check that collab out, it's down below. It's us dancing the routine from Friends, which Monica and Ross did. Anyway, Thanks for watching, and look at the bleeding it has caused in my sketchbook. But let's ignore that because the result is pretty good. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.